What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new subscribers, I did get a lot from yesterday's video because that video for some reason really took off. It was called like Don't Buy Modern Warfare 2, and a lot of people were very upset with me in the comment section. So I want to take a little bit of time to address you guys first. For those of you who are subscribed, maybe you stick around because you want to see what else I would say if it would piss you off more, if you'd were encouraged by it or whatever. I know that a lot of people hated the video, but I know a lot of people agreed with it. I saw a lot of positive comments saying hey, you know what? I hate videos like this, but you do bring up a lot of good points. So those kind of comments, they make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to like me as a person or whatever. You don't have to like the style of video. You don't have to like me as a person or whatever. But at the end of the day, I felt like I was speaking my mind, and I think that's kind of all you can want from a commentator, right? You don't want someone who's just gonna be a yes man, just yes whatever, this game's good no matter what, and just no, you don't want people like that. I do want to say though, before I start today's video, I think that video yesterday was kind of reactionary. It was after only a few matches of the beta. I really didn't know what was going on. I didn't have a lot of experience in the game, obviously. I didn't know, even the controls or settings and stuff like that. And so while it was reactionary, I don't firmly believe that this game's terrible. I don't firmly believe that. I think that it has grown on me to a certain degree. I do think that the lag, the frame drops, the compensation, whatever you want to say, the delays, the stutters, whatever you want to say about it, it's just not smooth right now. And I know a lot of people are going to say oh, that's because it's a beta or whatever. I think to a degree, yes, but at the same time, do you really think something like that is going to change from beta to launch? I think that it's going to get better. I think it's going to improve, but I don't think it's going to be flawless. And I think that if we're seeing this many issues in a beta now, it means that the full game's probably not super ready yet either. And something else, I don't really get people who are really upset with me and other commentators about how, basically just about how serious they are about defending the game and just saying how it's a perfect or flawless game. Guys, the point of a beta is to address problems. It's to say feedback. It's not to badmouth devs or anything, or bash people specifically, but it is to give feedback. It is to tell you, hey, I don't think this is good. I don't think this is working. I think when it comes down to this weapon is OP or something like that, even something like that makes sense to me. Something this map needs to be completely taken out of the game or something, that's not going to happen. They finished the map already. They put the map proudly in the beta, so they're not going to take it out of the full game or whatever. Even, things like Miami back in Cold War where people wanted it cut in half or whatever, that's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? There's just no way. They'd have to redesign a completely new map like Miami Strike, which they later did, but they're not going to do that from beta to launch. It's going to take, at least a couple months if they wanted to change something like that up. One of the main critiques about the beta that still is consistent from yesterday to today is unfortunately the time to kill. Guys, I played Search and Destroy, and I don't think it's the gameplay you're watching, but I do have a couple of Search and Destroy games. Honestly, it's very fun with friends. I would say it is very reminiscent of Modern Warfare 2019 Search and Destroy, back when I played that with some buddies as well. I think that it's going to be a very fun experience with friends, and I'm really excited once I finish the camo grind to pretty much just play Search and Destroy and get better and better, see my skill improve, just get other teams mad. Interestingly enough, I actually did go against Wildcat, if you know who he is. I think 407, another YouTuber. These are some huge YouTubers. They were all partied up. I do have that gameplay. I didn't do super well in that gameplay, so I don't know if I'm going to post it, but we did end up clutching it out a win against them, so that was pretty exciting. They were trolling in the beginning, but we ended up coming back and beating them, so it was pretty fun. But I think it just goes to show that Search and Destroy can be fun in this game. But my main critique, again, besides a lot of the stuff that you already know, like UI and stuff like that, the time to kill, man. The time to kill is just too fast, and it's too fast to the point where you really can't have a gunfight. And in something like Search and Destroy, that might be okay, but in something like Domination or Hardpoint, some respawn modes, specifically for I guess more on the sweaty side, it's pretty annoying to just die instantly, especially across the map and stuff like that. These guns, again, don't have all their attachments already, so just imagine what the weapons, how powerful the weapons are going to be once you have all the attachments and everything ready as well. So I think that they need to adjust something with the time to kill. That's probably my main feedback, of something that they might be willing to do, because let's face it, they're not willing to change the minimap or dead silence or the footstep audio, so those are the main obvious ones. But as far as less obvious stuff, definitely take a look at the time to kill. I think that it could be beneficial to everyone. I know that Infinity Ward loves having fast time to kill games, but you know, try it. You know, just try adding like a little bit of health or something like that. Especially with things like Last Stand in this game, it's like you don't need to die in the blink of an eye. I don't know. That's just my opinion. The other thing, and I'm sorry for getting so sidetracked in the commentary, but cheaters. Yes, I'm going to play a quick clip over here right now on the screen. Cheaters have made their way into the Modern Warfare 2 beta. I don't think we should be surprised, but at the same time, it's kind of like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think the progress tracks or anything like that. People don't really care about gameplay these days. Like, no one's going to say like, wow, I dropped 100 kills in a beta or something like that. And even if they did, people aren't really going to be impressed these days. You know, with the days of skill-based matchmaking, which I can make an entire video on as well, people aren't impressed with gameplays anymore because it's obvious that you either reverse boosted or used a VPN or something, you know, like there's just no way to actually come across terrible players in these skill-based matchmaking lobbies unless you do pull some shenanigans. That's all essentially it is. So no one's really impressed anymore if you suddenly do super well. You know, especially if you're like an average player like me, you know, I'm like a 1.2, 1.3 KD player. If I suddenly get like a 40 KD, like a 40 bomb or something, and you know, I just demolish people, you're probably going to be like, okay, he probably did something here. He's not normally that good. So that's just my thoughts on that. As far as like cheating goes, guess what? If they're going to cheat in the beta, they're going to cheat in the full game. Ricochet anti-cheat, I guess you got to show your stuff at this point, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to see what Ricochet is actually made of. I hear that, you know, in Warzone and Warzone 2, it's probably, I think it's going to come at launch, but I don't think it's like as effective as the developers want, honestly. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Personally, I don't have a lot of faith in it. You know, like I said, if we have cheaters in the beta already, chances are that there's a lot of people cheating that we don't know about. You know, these are just people that we do know about. And you know, these clips are surfacing on Twitter. There's multiple clips. Obviously, there's people probably selling and making these cheats as we speak. So do with that information what you will. But anyway, man, I don't know. I think overall the beta is like slightly growing on me. I don't think it's a terrible game. I don't think it's the best game. It's definitely a glitchy beta. That's number one. Between the UI, the frame drops, and the lag, it's definitely not the most fun experience in the world. But I guess that's to be expected. Again, it is a beta. As many of you in the comment section in yesterday's video, you know, graciously pointed out, yeah, it's just a beta, so, oh, I should calm down or whatever, you know. Never mind giving my feedback. That's kind of what the developers quote unquote want. Although I guess you're right, the developers don't really care. They don't really listen to us anyway. So maybe you are right. Maybe I should just stop complaining and just play the game. So yeah, man, Infinity Ward, I don't know what you're doing. Hopefully, you know, you can make this game fun somehow. I'm really hoping so, but that's pretty much it for the video, man. I think I'm going to take a day or two off of the commentaries, but you know, it's been fun, you know, posting every single day recently. You know, people have really been receptive of it. It's been nice to actually talk about Call of Duty again, you know, good or bad. At least I can like give my opinions on something and have people like tune in and listen. So appreciate it. You know, yesterday's video, at least at the time of me recording this video, is doing ridiculously well for my channel. Really appreciate the support. I know not all of it's support. I know a lot of it's hate, but you know what? That's what's going to happen when you get a platform here on the YouTubes and Twitch channels and stuff like that. So yeah, man, if you want to hear my like more up-to-date honest thoughts, definitely follow me on Twitter. I don't really advertise it super much, but I am tweeting a lot these days just because, you know, anytime something happens in Call of Duty, I'm pretty receptive now. It's not like Vanguard where I couldn't care less. So I guess that's good news. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. Links in the description down below. While you're down there, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section. What's your favorite map in this beta so far? I think that I kind of like this map, honestly. I don't think I love Farm 18. I haven't even really talked about the maps yet, honestly. I've talked about a lot of stuff in this beta. But yeah, I mean, I think I like this map probably the best. I think I like Hotel the least. I think Farm 18's all right. In the last map, I think it's like Museum or something. I think that map's really good for Search and Destroy. That's it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I think I already said leave a like, subscribe. So have a great day, guys. I guess I'll see you guys later. Peace out.